Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 as Greg Ratliff pushes on the button as our show producer, and we almost have a full house in here this morning on this Saturday morning, the third Saturday morning of the month. We got one chair missing, and that might be filled a little bit later. Once we get in, more people may be coming in when we open the windows and start doing. We got some really special things going to happen this morning as far as talking about safe boating, and a lot of folks are going to be having life jackets in here. I'm kind of worried that maybe the sprinkler system's going to go off here pretty soon, and we're going to be prepared. But third Saturday, Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports is in here. Good morning, Frank, again.
Good morning again, everybody.
And then across from me is slipped in as a spectator this morning is Gene Smith, who takes every opportunity he can to drop by here on Saturday mornings. And then on the next, we'll go ahead and let folks know here. Our good friend Don King has slipped in here. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Good morning to you, Larry.
And who did you bring with you over there?
I brought Betsy Woods, and I know she's got a important message about boating safety a little bit later.
We're going to be talking to that. Good morning, Betsy.
Good morning, Larry. Thank you for having us.
Great to be here. I always look forward to this show in May when we get Don over here, and I think you came by yourself last year.
Yeah, I was solo last year.
You were solo, L-O-W? Oh, you were really low last year. But, hey, this is that time, a lot of conversation going on right now about the commission meeting, the TWRA, and, of course, now you can watch it on streaming, and it's pretty cool to keep up, and Don's part of that crew.
Yeah, that's right. We implemented that a while back, and it's been very popular. A lot of folks tune in and go online and look at that, and they can see what the commission members are talking about and what's the
what they look like.
Watch the whole meeting. Yeah,
what they look like, and so of course
see them in action.
Yeah, well, in action, of course they've put our man on the end down there so he can anchor the end, and that's our good friend Bill Cox from Collierville. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Larry. Everybody.
Hey, buddy. I know the commission meeting's coming up May 21st and 22nd.
Yes.
And Bill, I know that there's been a lot of conversation. You're going to set the hunting seasons on this next commission meeting, but also there was something thrown in at the last one about going from $3 to $2 and the proclamation. So I know that I put your telephone number in the paper, and
yep.
and people know, but you've got an open door policy,
sure.
and I think that's that we're really happy to have Bill not only for one term. 2000 to 2006, but he actually came back.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's a two-termer.
Kind of like a bad nickel. All coming back.
Well, wait till you get down and do that third and fourth term. That's what I want to be. I'm hanging on for that. But tell us, Bill, a little bit about the $2 proclamation from your side.
Well, it started back in '98, where the commission took the buck limit from 11. I think to 2, and to change the dynamic of the age structure and to probably kill a few more does, and it went back up to 3 through a process of 2 or 3 different changes. But it's been 3 now for several years, and the age structure has improved. The trends are good. I think this past year they killed 36%. Juvenile bucks, 1.5-year-old bucks, which is the lowest, I believe, that's ever been killed. And, there some of the commission, now I get a lot of comments about letting the agency biologists determine what's best and that kind of thing. But if you did that, we might be killing, 10 bucks a year. This is not a biological decision per se for the health of the continuation of the resource, like you would bass or turkey, let's say, or something. This is a social decision based on what the hunters want, and this is kind of a 50-50 split. I think the Tennessee Wildlife Federation did a survey, and about 52-48 wanted to keep it at 3. And so it's a social decision, and some of the commissioners feel like if we go to 2, that trend of older age bucks and possibly bigger deer would be improved and probably kill more does. I happen to be on the other side of that, and I may be wrong, but I just think we're at a good spot right now. The trends are good. We're killing bigger deer. And in a license year tax increase, basically, which I'm very sensitive to. Well, we all are.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good time to do it, and I think we're heading in the right direction. And we already, in the places that have, according to the biologists, have too many does, we already can kill 3 does a day, and the hunters are already being selective, and I just don't think it's – I think – and I could be wrong, like I said. I think we're already headed that direction, and we're doing well, and several of the other commissioners feel like they've listened, heard of biologist up at UT, Craig Harper, that feels like it should be 2 and possibly 1, and I just don't feel that way. And they could be right and I could be wrong, but I'm listening to West Tennessee hunters and the number of deer we got and what we're killing. They seem to be happy with it, and the opportunities there to continue to hunt. And we'll see. I mean, I'm that's just my opinion, and I try to take my personal opinion out of it and try to be objective. So, and I'm doing that. I mean, I went along with 2 when I first got on the first time. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And just kind of watched it, and it gradually went up to 3. But we'll see. It's excuse me. Hold on. It's a very contentious issue.
Yes.
And right now I'm unconvinced is what we need to do. Now I may be convinced when we go to the next meeting and try to be open-minded about it, but right now I'm not.
Well, and we're talking to Bill Cox, who is a member. As I try to continue to learn about the Tennessee Fish and Wildlife Commission, the new name that I deal with, and he represents District 9, which is Fayette, Hardeman, Haywood, Lauderdale, McNairy, Shelby, and Tipton. And is in his.
I don't think I could name all those. That's good, Larry.
Well, that's what I've got. I can't name what the commission's name is, but I know all the counties that you represent, and it's pretty overwhelming. But some people have tossed some numbers at me. I cannot. I don't know if I've ever killed 3 bucks in 1 year. I'm really, and I've been deer hunting a long time.
Well, it's not. Here's the when you start throwing numbers that only 2,400 kill 3 deer a year,
or 27 in Shelby County. Let's just say 27 is the number I've heard that killed 3 deer in Shelby County.
But here's where you restrict the number of bucks that are killed. If you've got 2 tags in your pocket and you kill 1, you're not going to. You're going to hold that second tag so you can continue to hunt. If you've got 3 tags, you might kill 2 and hold the third one. So it's going to restrict your hunting, and so the number of people that kill 2 deer is going to go down. Number of people that kill 3 is going to disappear. So that's where, in order for you to continue to hunt the rest of the season, you can only harvest 1 buck and keep that tag in your pocket, or you're through.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's the restriction, and it will be restrictive, and there may be a few more does killed. I'm not sure, but but that's whatever the numbers and percentages are. That's where you restrict it. Now, change the subject a little bit before I run out of time. We are going to change, or they have proposed to change, and I supported and did it at my behest. There were no Mississippi River counties that had open season for turkeys. Shelby Forest, Anderson Tully, none of them. Mm-hmm. And because the turkey population had suffered because of the floods, et cetera, and so they closed it and had draw hunts. Well, I urge them to consider opening the season back up and restrict the number of days and restrict the harvest. So they have proposed to have 3-week seasons and 1 bird, which allows people, at least everybody, to go sit in the woods. Now, you may not kill a bird, you may not even hear one, but you'll at least have the opportunity to go hunting without having to had to draw a quota tag, and we're going to see how that works a little better. So that's one improvement in my opinion.
Well, that's and Daniel Stanfield right before you mentioned that, and but you clarified a lot what he was saying, that we've opened these things up. But again, we're talking to Bill Cox, a member out from Collierville with the Fish and Wildlife Commission, and Bill, I've got to say also that these people, we got social media. I got 2 minutes here, and the social media just heats up with stuff like this. I just can't believe some of the stuff that people say, that we're trying to be like Kentucky, trying to be like Illinois, trying to be like other states. We are Tennessee, and we've got to be like us.
And that's a really good point, Larry. It takes genetics, it takes nutrition, it takes age, it takes all those things. But the one key ingredient that many people know, many people don't know, is the type of soils that you have.
That's right.
Is a huge determining factor in the minerals in those soils, and the soils in a big part of the state of Tennessee are, and I'm not going to try to name alluvial and those kinds of things,
yeah.
but the better soils grow better deer.
Yes.
Not to say that they won't grow everywhere, but our soils are different from Illinois and Iowa and Kentucky and those, Kentucky bluegrass.
Yes.
They've got a different kind of soil.
Yeah.
We do have some of that, and in those areas you have the better potential. So just because they get old, and just because you're feeding them, and just because they have the potential genetics, doesn't mean that they can, because there may not be enough calcium in the soil or whatever's good in that dirt that grows the corn and the clover and all that stuff that makes a big difference. Makes a difference where you can perform, the deer can actually grow large antlers. So it's more complicated than just getting old.
It is that. And, well, Bill, we appreciate you.
You're older than I am.
Yeah, we won't. I got another 2 more weeks. I'll be another year older. So all you people,
right.
keep those birthday cards coming to Bill Cox. Thank you, buddy, and we'll like to get you back on after the commission meeting to talk a little bit about it. But you're always open to everything. Y'all folks, you out in Collierville, the town square, McGinnis Oil. He'll pump you gas for you and things like that. Thank you, Bill. We'll talk to you later.
Larry,
Okay, have a great day. Thank you. All right, Bill Cox. We'll be right back. Going to bring in, and we it's that time. Now I'm going to put my life jacket on, and then everybody else is. We look really cool. All right, then we're going to come right back with Betsy Woods, Don King, Gene Smith, and of course Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports. And where's that located again?
West Memphis and Jonesboro.
Right across from the
Southland Park Gaming and Racing that we all call the dog track.
The dog track. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry on ESPN 790.